this is Danielle and welcome back to my channel, Passport on a Plate, where I show you how to make recipes to make you feel like you're traveling around the world from the comfort of your very own kitchen. So this upcoming weekend is the last game of the American football season, the big game. So today I'm going to be showing you some recipes for game day snacks that you can make large enough to feed some family and friends, or you can make them small enough just for yourself on game day as well. So today we're going to be doing a buffalo chicken dip. It's going to be a nice spicy, creamy, warm dip that you can pair with almost any cracker or vegetable that you can think of. We're also going to make a fresh guacamole. That'll be a nice, cool, refreshing dip as well to go with your other items. And of course, we're ending with something sweet. We're going to make cake mix cookies. Super easy recipe with only 3 ingredients, including a boxed cake mix. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start with our cake mix cookies because I want to get these in the oven and out of the oven in time to put our buffalo chicken dip in as well. So I have the oven preheating behind me to 350 degrees. And for this recipe, all you need is a box of cake mix. I picked funfetti because it's my favorite, but you can pick any flavor of cake mix that you like. We're going to use 2 eggs as well. And then we're going to use our vegetable oil also. And that's it. That's all you need for this recipe. So we're going to get our cake mix into our mixing bowl right here. Get that all in there, ready to go. And then we're going to add half a cup of our vegetable oil. Alrighty. And then we'll add our 2 eggs as well. And this dough is going to be about the consistency of cookie dough, even though it's a cake mix, since we're making cake mix cookies. So let's give this dough a quick mix. And I'm just using a mixing spoon. You don't need beaters or a stand mixer or anything like that. This recipe is super easy. Get this all combined here. Alrighty, so now that I have it all together, you can see that it is just like a cookie dough consistency. So I'm going to get this scooped out onto a cookie sheet that I have behind me. I already lined it with parchment paper. That's my favorite way to bake cookies because it makes them super easy to remove from the pan. So we'll get these scooped out onto the pan and then pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes until they're golden brown around the edges, and then we'll be ready to pull them out. Okay, so our cookies just came out of the oven here. You can see they've got nice golden brown parts on top of the cookies, and they've got lots of sprinkles throughout from that funfetti batter, so they'll stay on the pan a few minutes to set, and then we'll be ready to put them on a plate. Okay, so we've got our cake mix cookies cooling right behind me here. So we're gonna get started on our buffalo chicken dip. So I have a saucepan right here that I'm gonna combine my ingredients into. So for this recipe, you want a 10-ounce can of chicken. You can use canned chicken as I'm using, or you can use fresh chicken breast if you'd prefer. It really is up to your choice. So I'm gonna get that into our saucepan here. And next we're going to add a 1/4 cup of hot sauce. So I have the hot sauce here. I have Texas Pete hot sauce. You can use whatever hot sauce is your favorite. So I'm gonna get this 1/4 cup measured out here. This is going to go much quicker if I just take this lid off. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of our hot sauce. And after this, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of ranch dressing. I have a buttermilk ranch dressing, but again, whatever ranch is your favorite, go ahead and use that one. So we'll get this 1/2 cup measured out here. In with our chicken and hot sauce. Alrighty, and next we're going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese. So that is going to be this block of cream cheese that I have right here. So I'll just pull this wrapper off and get this cream cheese added in here. And we're combining all of these ingredients together in this saucepan. We're going to get it on the stove and have it warm up just until it's warmed through, and we can combine all of these ingredients together. And after they're combined in our saucepan, we're going to move them over to an oven-safe dish so that we can bake in the oven and get that dip all nice and warm and pulled together. So this is what our dip looks like right now. It's kind of a nice creamy orange color from that hot sauce. So we'll get it scooped into this baking dish. And while it was on the stove, I also added 1/3 cup of whole milk shredded mozzarella cheese. And that's going to give it a nice cheesy flavor. So that was while it was cooking on the stove. I stirred that shredded mozzarella cheese in. And now that we have it all set in our baking dish, we're going to add an additional 1/3 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese on top of the dip, and that's going to melt and be nice and crispy when we put it in the oven. So we have our shredded cheese here that I'm going to sprinkle right on top of our dip. Alrighty. So this is all set. This is what it looks like right now before it goes into the oven. We're going to pop it in the oven, the same oven at 350 degrees that we just cooked our cookies in, and we're going to let this cheese melt and get nice and crispy on top, and then our dip will be ready to taste. Okay, so our buffalo chicken dip came out of the oven beautifully, and I have it sitting behind me right here. I did put it under the broil setting just to get that cheese nice and toasted so it has a nice color on top, just because putting it in the oven will melt that cheese for you, which is delicious, but we want to get it those nice brown spots on top of the cheese. So the last thing we have to make today is our guacamole dip. So I have 1 avocado here. It's going to be 1 avocado guacamole, because you can really make this anytime, whether it's for gathering or just for yourself. It's so easy to make guacamole that will just be good for one person. So we'll start with our avocado here. I've got my knife. You want to use the bottom corner of this knife here, make an indentation into the skin of the guacamole, the skin of the avocado, excuse me, and we'll press our knife down, and you just turn your avocado around the knife. You don't even have to move your knife. It's super easy. Split this open, a beautiful green avocado. And then to get the seed out in the middle, I've of course seen the technique where you can use a knife and you can whack it and twist it out. I like to use a spoon. It's a bit safer, and you'll just go around the sides of the seed right in the middle here to release it from the flesh, and then scoop under it, and you've got your avocado seed. No worries about the knife going in the wrong direction there. So then to get our avocado, we'll just slice it up a little into these nice cubes that we have here so that we can scoop it out for our guacamole. I've got a small mixing bowl right here that I'll be using today. So we'll get this scooped out with our spoon, just running it along the skin to release the flesh of the avocado. Super easy. If you've got a nice ripe avocado, the flesh will come out very easily for you. Make some marks on this other side and get this scooped out. Alrighty, so we've got our avocado in our bowl now, and I'm ready to add my ingredients. I do have a fork here that I'm going to use to mash up our avocado, just so I get this to the right consistency for our guacamole before we're adding our other ingredients. You can make your guacamole however you like, if you like it on the chunkier side or on the creamier side, however you prefer it to be. And our avocado stirred up here. And guacamole is great because it's really customizable. So if you like yours to be spicier, you know, you can add a bunch of jalapeno. I prefer mine to be not as spicy, so I'm actually not using any jalapeno today. But you can do really whatever ingredients that you want to make it exactly how you like it. So I have some red onion that I've already chopped up. This amount here is about 1/8 of a red onion, so I've saved the rest to use for another recipe. So we'll get some of this chopped red onion mixed into our guacamole here. And then I have a Roma tomato. This amount here is 1 whole Roma tomato that I've chopped up. Get some of this added in. And you can add as much or as little of any of the ingredients as you like. And we have some fresh cilantro here that I'll add in as well. And then I've got a fresh lime that I've already cut in half so that we can squeeze this fresh lime juice into our guacamole. Give it a nice squeeze, hopefully getting that lime juice into the bowl and not all over the counter. And that half had enough juice, so I'll save that other half. And then giving it a nice stir. This already smells amazing with all of these fresh ingredients. As you can see, this takes like 3 minutes to throw together. You can make it as big or as small a recipe as you want. We've got some fresh salt and pepper that I'll add as well. I have these really nice grinders from Kroger that are super fresh. So this is sea salt that I'm gonna add just a bit of to our guacamole, and then some fresh black pepper as well. Okay, give this a final stir. And it looks a bit messy, and of course I would put it in a nicer bowl, but this is gonna be our guacamole ready to serve. And I'm gonna gather all of our dishes today, and then we'll give everything a taste. Okay, so we've got all of our game day recipes complete. We're ready to go with our items. We have our cake mix cookies here that came out looking absolutely beautiful. They're gonna be such a nice sweet treat for any family or friends you're watching the game with. We've got our freshly made guacamole with some more tomato on top, and we have some lime wedges right here on the side for our guacamole. And to go with our dips today, we've got some freshly cut up vegetables. I have carrot sticks, bell pepper, and cucumber here. You can use whatever vegetables you like. I also have some crackers to go along as well. I've got tortilla chips, of course, for our guacamole. And I've got some crackers right here for our buffalo chicken dip as well. And then we've got our finished dip. It's cooled a little bit, so I can pick it up now, but this is our buffalo chicken dip. It's so nicely toasted on top. The cheese is really crispy, and it'll be a delicious dip for your game day festivities. So that's all that we have today. As always, please like and subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed this video. As well, you can hit the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post new content. And I will see y'all next time to bring our passport to our plate. Bye.